Hello friends, welcome back to the video lessons on electronic measuring instruments. Till now we discussed about the digital frequency meter. We have seen what is a digital frequency meter, how frequency can be measured using digital frequency meter, its block diagram, functioning of various blocks, and the measurement of frequency using digital frequency. Now let us try to work out a simple example problem on frequency measurement. But before that, one point to be kept in mind while using a digital frequency meter is for measurement of frequency with full accuracy, large number of cycles are to be measured by using frequency meter. This is the point to be kept in mind. The more the number of cycles that are counted, the better would be the accuracy of measurement. This is possible when the gating pulse width is high. Gating pulse width is high. Let us see an example justifying this statement. A digital frequency meter has a time base derived from a 1 megahertz clock generator, frequency divided by decade counters. 1 megahertz clock generator frequency divided by decade counters. Determine the measured frequency when a 1.512 kilohertz sine wave is applied and the time base uses 6 decade counters in the first case and 4 decade counters in the second case. Now, using 6 decade counters, as we have seen already here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Using six decade counters, what is the gating pulse duration? It is 1 second. Using 4 decade counters, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the gating pulse duration? 10 milliseconds. Just remember this. Using 6 decade counters, time base frequency is 1 megahertz by 10 power 6. That is 1 hertz. So the time period of the gating pulse is 1 second. Cycles counted, that is the number of cycles that are allowed to reach the counter and the number of cycles counted by the counter is equal to input frequency into T1, where T1 is 1 second. So obviously it is 1512 cycles, 1512 cycles multiplied with 1. That means 1512 cycles. What would be the measured frequency then? Obviously, it is 1.512 kilohertz. So many number of cycles per second. That is the frequency. Take the second case. In the second case, time-based frequency is divided by 4 decade counters. So 1 megahertz divided by 10 power 4, that is 100 hertz. What is the time period of the gating pulse? It is 10 milliseconds. Now, how many number of pulses or how many number of cycles of the input signal are counted in 10 milliseconds duration? So obviously it is 1.512 into 10 power 3 corresponding to kilohertz into 10 into 10 power minus 3 corresponding to milliseconds. So here in 10 milliseconds duration, out of 15 out of uh, sorry, the number of cycles of the input signal that are counted by the counter is only 15 cycles. Only 15 cycles. Why? Because the gating time duration is very small. In this very small time duration, only 15 cycles can reach the output. In the first case, it was 1512 cycles have reached the counter, and the counter counted it as 1512, and hence the frequency is 1512 cycles per second, that is 1.512 kilohertz. Now, in the second case, in a gating time of 10 milliseconds, only 15 pulses, only 15 cycles of the input signal are allowed to reach the counter. Counter counts it as only 15. In that case, now, what is the frequency? The frequency is 0.015 hertz, not kilohertz exactly, hertz. Or we can say that it is 1.5 kilohertz. 1.5 kilohertz in 15 seconds duration. The duration of each clock pulse is 10 milliseconds. In 10 milliseconds time duration, we received 15 cycles. So obviously the frequency would be 1.5 kilohertz. But it is not accurate enough to the 3 digits. In fact, 12 cycles are missing here when compared with the original count. Original frequency is 1.512 kilohertz. That means 1512 cycles in 1 second. But here, according to the measured number of pulses in the counter using the same circuit but with a different gating time duration, we have got it as 1.5 kilohertz. That means only 1500 pulses per second. So there is a difference or error of 12 pulses per second. So that is why, in order to get accurate measurement of frequency using digital frequency meter, we have to go for higher value of time base. More number of pulses are to be counted. This is one point to be observed while doing frequency measurement using a digital frequency meter. Right? Next, let us go to the digital frequency meter specifications. The specifications of digital frequency meter. First is the frequency range. The frequency range of a commercially available digital frequency meter is from 10 Hz to 300 megahertz. It can measure frequency starting from 10 Hz to as high as 300 megahertz. And number of digits. Here, different frequency meters from different manufacturers can have different number of digits. But in general, the number of active digits on the digital display of a commercial frequency counter varies from 5 to 8 digits. One counter may have 5 digits, Another counter may have 8 digit. Another counter may have even 6 or 7 also. Response time. The response time of a commercially available digital frequency meter is very low, 0.2 seconds. Input sensitivity. This is one key specification to be observed. In kilohertz range, a cycle is counted by the counter if its minimum amplitude is 50 millivolts RMS. If any cycle is having a amplitude of less than 50 millivolts RMS, that pulse may not be counted and we may get error. On the other hand, in megahertz range, the minimum amplitude of the input signal pulse is 40 millivolts RMS. So, the pulses of the unknown frequency signal should have a minimum of 40 millivolts RMS amplitude. And resolution. Resolution depends on the gating time. Obvious. When gating time is 10 seconds, resolution is 1 by 10, that is 0.1. When gating time is 0.01 second, 0.01 second, the resolution would be 100 Hz. What is this resolution? This is the minimum change in frequency that can be recognized by a digital frequency meter. Right? Minimum change in frequency that can be recognized by a digital frequency meter. Next, time base. Generally, all frequency meters that are available commercially, they use 10 megahertz crystal oscillator with a error of plus or minus 1 part per million. That is, 1 megahertz signal will contain 10 power 6 minus 1 pulse in cycle or 10 power 6 plus 1 cycle in 1 second. Exact value is 10 power 6 cycles per second for uh, 10 power 6 into 10, that is 10 power 7 cycles per second. 1 part per million, that is 1 by 10 power minus 6. So for every 10 power 6 cycles, the error would be 10. Then power supply, it makes use of the main supply, that is 230 volts 50 hertz AC signal. And input impedance is 3 mega ohms. And dimensions, these are typical dimensions of a multimeter. Digital frequency meter need not be the same for every meter. It may vary slightly, but the general measurements are 250 millimeter by 170 millimeter by 70 millimeter. Now, a typical digital frequency meter appears to be like this. Here, this is the power switch, and the signal which is to be measured is to be connected here. And you can see the gating pulse width range switch starting from 0.01 second, 0.1 second, 1 second, and 10 second. Only 4 ranges are there in this. and generally there would be 6 ranges starting from 1 second to 1 microsecond. And this meter is having 8-digit display. 8-digit display. Here this is megacycles and kilocycles. 150 megacycle frequency counter. So 150, it can measure up to 150 megahertz. And here this is hold button, and here it is a reset button. You see this button, kilohertz oblique megahertz. When you press the button in, the range would be in megahertz. That means the display would be in megahertz, that is megacycles. When the switch is released, the display would be in kilohertz. That is, the internal circuitry will change the gating pulse width so that the measured quantity in the first case would be in megahertz. When the switch is released, it will be in the kilohertz. Similarly, another switch is there here. When you press the switch in, the measured quantity, that means the display value, should be multiplied with 10. When the push button switch is released, the measured quantity can be read as the frequency directly. That is into 1. Into 1 means directly you can measure the frequency. When you push the switch in, the display should be multiplied with 10 to give the frequency. Then here this is actually a time-based generator, function generator, providing various functions as sinusoidal signal, rectangular, triangular, and all these. And this portion is the display. You can see here now, consisting of LCDs. This portion is the display. And as you can see, it is having 7 digits. And display is given only by this portion. The frequency display is given by this portion. And appropriate circuitry would be incorporated within the device to give the visual display of the quantity that is being generated here. Here the frequency is generated depending upon the switches what we select. We can vary the frequency by varying the potentiometers at different ranges. So automatically, by varying these switches, potentiometers, we can vary the frequency, and that variation in frequency will be reflecting on the display. So as such, it is not a frequency counter, it is only a frequency display or a counter incorporated in. Next important topic in frequency measurement using a digital frequency meter is the accuracy specification. In digital frequency meter, the partial pulses that pass through the AND gate may or may not succeed in triggering the counting circuits. That means we are allowing the input signal through an AND gate by applying a gating pulse. Now, suppose if the gating pulse is 1 second, then in 1 second duration, certain number of pulses will reach the counter. But at the end of the gating pulse, when the gating pulse is about to become 0, the last pulse of the unknown signal, last cycle of the unknown signal may or may not reach the counter. If at all it reaches the counter, it may not have sufficient amplitude to trigger the count in the counter. So always there would be an error that is called gating error of plus or minus 1 cycle in the counting during that time period of the gating signal. This is defined as the least significant digit or one count error. The accuracy of a digital frequency meter is usually stated as plus or minus 1 LSD plus time base error. So, one error is LSD error. Other than that, there is time base error also. What is this time base error? Time base error is nothing but the error caused in the frequency value due to variations in temperature or fluctuations in supply voltage or aging of the crystal. Let us suppose that we have designed a crystal to produce 1 megahertz frequency signal, and using that we are generating a gating pulse of 1 second duration. Now, either because of the aging of the crystal or because of supply voltage fluctuation to the crystal oscillator circuit or because of the variation in component values in the crystal oscillator circuit because of variations in temperature, there may be a possibility of error mounting in the generated clock frequency. If it is 1 megahertz, it may not be 1 megahertz, maybe one cycle less or one cycle more. That is called as time base error. So the accuracy of a digital frequency meter is stated as plus or minus 1 LSD plus or minus 1 time base error. With reasonable precautions, the total time base error might be typically less than 1 microsecond. That is, at minimum possible error is 1 microsecond, that is one cycle. The total measurement error depends on the actual frequency measured. Let us take a simple example. A frequency counter with an accuracy of plus or minus 1 LSD, that is plus or minus 1 into 10 power minus 6, is employed to measure frequencies of 100 Hz, 1 megahertz and 10 megahertz. Calculate the percentage error in measurement in each case. So, a frequency counter having an error of 1 LSD, that is 1 into 10 power minus 6, is used to measure frequencies of 100 Hz, 1 megahertz and 100 megahertz. Let us see what would be the values and errors. At 100 Hz, that is for the measurement of 100 Hz signal, the error would be plus or minus 1 count plus 100 Hz into 10 power minus 6. This is the unknown frequency, and here it is given that 1 LSD error of 10 power minus 6. So 100 Hz into 10 power minus 6, it comes around 10 power minus 4 counts. So one count is the time base error and counter error is 1 into 10 power minus 4 count. When compared with one count, 1 into 10 power minus 4 is negligible, and we can say that it is approximately equal to plus or minus 1 count. So for measurement of 100 Hz unknown signal, for the 100 Hz frequency signal, the error is simply plus or minus 1 count. And what would be the percentage error? Percentage error would be 1 by, what is the frequency? It is 100 into 100%. That is 1% plus or minus 1% error. Now if we take the second case, 1 megahertz is the frequency to be measured. So oscillator error is, or time base error is 1 count plus 1 megahertz counter error, 1 megahertz into 10 power minus 6. What is 1 megahertz? 10 power 6. 1 into 10 power 6 into 10 power minus 6. It comes out to be 1. So the error is now plus or minus 1 count plus 1 count, that is 2 counts. Percentage error would be 2 by 1 megahertz into 100. That is plus or minus 2 into 10 power minus 4%. Percentage error is this much. At frequency of 100 megahertz, to measure the frequency of 100 megahertz, error is plus or minus 1 count plus, what is the frequency to be measured now? It is 100 megahertz into, what is the counter error? It is 1 part in 10 power minus 6. So it would come to be 100 counts. 100 into 10 power 6 into 10 power minus 6. That is 100 counts. 1 count plus 100 counts. It is 101 count. What is the percentage error? Percentage error is 101 by 100 megahertz into 100. That is plus or minus 1.01 into 10 power minus 4. So you just observe the percentage errors. In the first case, it is plus or minus 1%. In the second case, it is plus or minus 2 into 10 power minus 4. That is plus or minus 0.0002%. So the frequency increased, percentage error reduced. The third case, 1.01 into 10 power minus 4 plus or minus 0.0001% in the third case. This is half the percentage error when compared with 1 megahertz. So depending upon the frequency that is measured, the error will change. The above example shows that at a frequency of 100 Hz, the error due to plus or minus 1%, 1 count is 1%, while that due to the time base is insignificant. At 1 megahertz, the error due to 1 count is equal to that due to the time base. At 100 megahertz, the time base is responsible for an error of plus or minus 100 counts, although the total error is still very small percentage of the measured frequency. Therefore, at high frequencies, the time base error is larger than the plus or minus 1 count, while at low frequencies, the plus or minus 1 count error is larger of the two. At frequencies lower than 100 Hz, the percentage error due to plus or minus 1 count would be even greater than 1%. So at lower frequencies, the measurement error would be high because there is a fixed plus or minus 1%, plus or minus 1 LSD error associated with a digital counter. In order to reduce this error, there is another method called reciprocal counting. Another method called reciprocal counting that we will see in the next class. Thank you.